LezoCast, episode 94. This is Lego, and I've got with me, as always, Hove, the Manigator, and our guest this week, Wilson309. Welcome.
No, that is not his name anymore.
Wait.
That's not his name?
I'm sorry. Did anyone actually call you Wilson309 in Florida, Wilson, or did you have a shirt and were you hounded as Sweet Dick Willie?
I may have not been called Wilson the entire time. Hove may be correct about this.
I'm correct about everything.
I don't have a hand in what people may or may not call me. I'm just happy that I didn't come up with that nickname. Props to Gary Diaz. Yeah, so everyone's calling me Sweet Dick Willie now. So I've just embraced it. It used to embarrass me, slightly less now.
I tried to come up with like an acronym for that real quick, and I thought it'd be pronounceable, but it's not. I can't. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, I sent I was ahead of the game, and I sent all you bitches your word insertion words, and nobody has sent me any.
You any? You're right. I actually forgot.
Who runs this podcast anyway?
Okay, that's our goal right now. Mana, Wilson.
I still need to Google this one that you sent me.
Each need to send Hove a word, and we'll get it done.
Worst phrase person.
Send him a word, and then we could talk about sex.
Oh,
no, it has to be. That doesn't count. No. That's in quotes, Wilson. That's the name of a song.
I don't know. That counts. I think if that was a word.
I think you just ruined it.
The quote is.
Okay. Well,
I take back our announcement.
What? You can do that? He has the power to do that?
I haven't even made it yet.
You just got voted off the island.
I don't know what's happening. Okay, well, before Hove does anything, Wilson, how's your week been, man?
The week's been really good. It's been slightly less humid than Florida, so that's been nice.
Nice.
Today, however, was a beautiful 80 degrees, and I got off work early today, so I got to go down to the riverfront and do some Pokemon Go. Hove loves that, don't you, buddy?
Double nice.
He just loves it. He loves it,
buddy.
When Marcus takes off, too, and he's playing games, and he's like, wait, where's Marcus going?
Yeah, exactly.
Pokemon
there
Go.
was several times we lost him at the con because we were catching Pokemon. And then
it's fun though to do in a group.
Would be like, "Where'd you guys go?" And I'd be like, "Let's just blame it on him." But we're like, "Dude, we're right here." And like,
you both were playing Pokemon Go, and he wasn't. He was the only one.
Yeah.
No, they were the only two. Everybody else was.
We were the only two. There were other people. There were lots of other people there playing, but in our immediate group. Well, then Tech Doc joined us and got in on the Pokemon madness or whatever.
I'll just let you know, if I was there, I would have joined. So
yeah,
I appreciate it.
It's nice. A good bonding experience. Like I remember we went to me and my sister went to Denver like last year when it first came out, when Pokemon Go first came out, and she had just downloaded it, and we were just walking around Denver catching Pokemon and talking.
Denver,
and
Lego.
Hang out.
It's been like 2 years already. Like the first time I met Arceus and Yoshi Dude, and one of the first times I met Wendler, we all went down to the Cleveland. We went down to the Cleveland Zoo with Shiny Sir, and we all played Pokemon Go in the Cleveland Zoo. It was a good time.
It's awesome.
It was a good time.
Absolutely.
But other than that, my week has been awesome because we've had some things that dropped in Destiny that I can't wait to talk about. So
we got an update.
Oh yeah, I'm not even talking about Destiny today, by the way.
No. Well, I might change I might course correct Hove a few times during this episode.
Impossible. I am determined today.
He is unstoppable.
He's got stories. Copious amounts of stories.
Yeah.
Okay, well, before we get to Hove stories, Mana, how's your week been?
Start with the weekend, me crying the whole time because, reasons, feeling. I felt like that one kid that got left behind at Walmart because their parents thought I was following them. That's what I felt like. I was just like, I'm in the clothes section, the little rings of clothes, playing hide and go seek, and I'm like, where's my parents? They're gone. Oh, they left because they thought I was with them. That's what I feel like right now. Okay, well, you guys went down to Guardian Con.
I feel you, Mana. I'm right there with you, dude.
Don't worry.
It was painful.
Don't worry, Guardian Con wasn't as fun as last year. It was like 1,000 times better.
Damn, get wrecked.
And I'm going to tell you all about why.
My emotions got wrecked.
No, you know who got
bad? Like that analogy that Mana just did about the kid getting left behind at the department store. You hope you're going to get that call over the intercom saying that your parents are waiting for you and check out lane 6. But
do you know who got wrecked the hardest? Apollo by TV. Do you remember that?
And himself when he lost his shoes.
Wait, what happened?
Wait, what happened?
We were at Guardian Con, and we're gonna backtrack to how my week was because I was supposed to be first because we had a whole thing planned out and Lego ruined it. But I just want to say this: we were talking to Apollo and we were next to TV, and they saw each other, and TV had just lost to MTash, I think, in the 1v1 tournament.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "Oh," because you know him and TV are friends. And he goes, "Oh, TV, looks like your 1v1 didn't go so well, did it?" And TV looked at him with like the most serious, like, you know, TV, like complete deadpan monotone, and went, "Still better than your Twitch career."
Oh,
and like you just had to be there. It was just, even Apollo was like, "Oh my god," he was like, "I came to burn TV, and he just wrecked my life. I'm gonna leave." So that was good.
Counterattack is strong.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow!
Amazing.
It was good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And then he lost his shoes.
He did.
How does that happen?
And that's lost his shoes?
Apollo
Apollo.
lost his shoes.
He found them now.
I'll give you one guess how it happens.
How do you lose? How does one lose their own shoes?
It was he.
I feel like that's something you probably have experience in, actually, Mana.
Yeah, Mana,
Me?
don't act
Losing my
like
own
you've
shoes?
never gotten so wasted that you lost your shoes. Don't. Come on, dig back.
I don't know. Mornings are pretty rough. I can't even remember if I've lost them. Did I lose my shoes last year? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't. I mean, I just assumed that was something you would do.
Oh, I mean, maybe. Actually, it's believable. Touche.
I don't know that it did happen. I just wouldn't be surprised if it would happen.
Same.
Right.
I'm not sure if it has happened, but I'm not surprised.
Okay, Hove. I think
Sure.
you're wanting to talk about your week a little bit.
I don't want to talk about anything.
You don't?
No.
I can talk about mine if you want.
No, I don't care about your week.
Okay.
So anyway,
He's so savage today.
So you know, this last week was Guardian Con, and there's a lot to talk about. Not just from our point of view, but you know, the community, the things that went on, the money raised, all that stuff. And as we've discussed, sadly, I was the only member of RezoCast to go this year. And as anyone who listens to this podcast knows, I don't really like to talk much on the podcast. I'm rather quiet. So instead of just me talking about Guardian Con the whole time, I just asked Wilson to join the podcast as a host from now on, so he could talk about Guardian Con.
Without like asking us first?
Wait, is this real?
Yeah, no, Wilson's on the podcast. I told you.
Yeah, man. Remember we in that 5-minute long voicemail that we left you?
Oh,
voicemail?
yeah, because Hove realized
skip
that
to the end.
We told you to listen to the whole thing.
We did, and I think he got the cliff notes. I think he just skipped through it.
I got like 7 voicemails. I've yet to check. I'm not even lying. I can show you guys.
Well, I guess,
you know,
since we have Wilson here, I guess we'll make it official. Wilson, welcome as an official member of RezoCast.
Oh,
yay!
Thank you.
I have an erection.
Actually, all jokes aside, we really are having Wilson on as a full-time host now, and we're super excited about it. So pumped, dude! Thank you so much for joining us, man. Now I'm glad I don't have to say that like every time you're a guest on the show. Now it's just gonna be a thing. Like you're just here, dude. We're so glad to have you, man.
You're taking over.
Two things with that. One, since we haven't mentioned it in a while, this may seem like he is a Triton replacement. Oh. He is not.
Yes, I'm glad you
he is an
up.
addition to the podcast. Triton will be back. Really busy. And the other thing, this may or may not be true, or it just may be talking shit, but Wilson, you know, I just want to put this out there to Pope that, you know, he picked our podcast over yours. Sorry.
Oh damn. There was some serious trash talk Saturday night.
There was.
I heard.
DCP, by the way.
I heard that we officially, as a podcast, called DCP out for a podcast showdown. That's what I heard.
This was after hours and drunk, so I wouldn't call it official.
Oh, no. Okay, maybe unofficial.
It was more of like, you know, like back in the medieval times where they take the glove off and smack him in the face with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
that sounds like a Hove kind of thing to do.
Mana knows. He did it finger for finger right there. Pulled the glove off.
One at a time.
Yeah, he's just so they know it's coming. But yeah, there was some exchanges, all in good fun, of course. But you know, we were all a few drinks in, so we were just like, we're just gonna lay into him. let's do it.
Yeah, we had everybody but Tefty was there. Watts didn't really have too much to say, except pretty much she was like the the cold silent killer. She just sat there and let them. Pope would say, "We have Watts."
I mean, she is the one I'm most afraid of. Let's be real.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no one's afraid of Pope.
I've played with Pope, Tefty, and Pryor. They're all my boys, but yeah, Watts terrifies me. So I've played with her several times too.
I just want to say, I don't know if Pope got rid of it, but he had those handlebar like mustache thing going on.
I liked it.
Reminds me of a very aggressive hiker. So I don't want to get him angry. Okay.
Don't be
throwing
scared.
heat at him right now?
Don't be scared.
Saying.
Yeah, no, it started out like just kidding around. They were hashtag undefeated and all that stuff, and so they started with the whole Pope, of course. Oh, what rules did you guys play by? When we have this, you have to actually be on the podcast, and we're like, oh, that's funny, because something we didn't tell you yet is Wilson's now on the podcast. So me, Lego, Mana, Wilson, and you four. And so it's like that went in one ear and out the other. He said, oh, if we could just bring on anyone we've had, we could bring in whoever we want. We could bring on Triple Wreck. And they were trying to like big time us. He was like, we could bring on Triple Wreck. And I was like, oh, so could we. And he was like, we could bring on so-and-so. I was like, yeah, us too.
But, sounds like a good time.
If anything, we can always fall back to, I just blanked on his name. Holy crap.
KJ Hovier.
No, not KJ Hovier. Someone better. Someone, Fatebringer.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I know,
I was
right?
for some reason thinking of Fortbringer because I was playing Fortnite. I was like...
Did you just say Fatebringer was better than Hovey?
Like by at least 1,000 times. So. Has Hovey even... Does Hovey even own Destiny 2? Let's be real.
Hovey was at Guardian Con. You didn't see the picture?
Yeah.
No.
No, we finally got someone to take a picture with me, and it said, so great to finally meet you, KJ Hovey, and tagged him.
Oh, that's right, dude.
And then some...
You debated like a kid thinking he was there.
Oh, that's so good.
Some kid was like...
I was playing with Hovey while he was talking about it. He's like, I kind of feel bad.
Oh, man. That's no good.
But, no, it's...
I think I just lost Mana's audio, but other than that, it's going well. Oh, wait, no, he is there. Okay. Sorry, I thought I lost him for a second.
I wish we lost his audio.
You'll never lose me. Never again.
That's sweet.
I won't ever let go, man.
That's sweet.
I found my way back home from Walmart, okay?
But in all seriousness, Guardian Con was absolutely amazing. You guys both know you were there last year, and we talk about it and we try to tell people, and it just doesn't do it justice. And I feel like Wilson finally got the idea. Like, everything we told you, like, it's just so much fun. Everybody's great. It's a ton of fun, man.
And you got the enhanced version of it. Every year is just going to get crazier and crazier now with how many big names are like joining up. It's crazy.
It was a culture. It was the second time I've been culture shocked in gaming. First time was that community day of Pokemon Go, and I saw a bunch of old people playing. But just
that was crazy.
It was pretty cool. It was culture shocking in a good way. Like, culture shock can be good, you know what I mean? And it was just good to go down there, put the names that you see in chat, and then like you see their profile picture on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and like you kind of get an idea of them. But to see their like mannerisms when they're talking and like what kind of a person, you know what I mean? Like, you really get to like put more of an identity to all these people that you meet in chats and the voices you hear in PlayStation parties and Discord and all that stuff. And not to mention like Marcus, Hove, Claw, like Winnie, like everyone that we've played with so much that we all shared a house with. I feel like it just brought everybody even closer. Like, it was sad leaving. It was tough. Like, of course I wanted to get home. Sam missed me. I missed her. Like, I missed my dog, and got to go back to work and all that good stuff. But it's definitely like the post Guardian Con depression, kind of like for the first day or two, where you just kind of are sad. You're like, man, we're just having such a good time. And we were going to bed late and getting up early, dude. We were making the best of it. I was getting up early. Hove slept in a few times. We had to pick his lock twice. Claw had to pick his lock.
Well, wait. I heard that Winnie's door locked from the outside.
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah. That was the most genius thing ever. So I'm not even there yet, and Sam's like, watch this. And I'm driving in the car, and I hear Winnie is like banging on the door and trying to open it, and he's like, Winnie, come here. And he's like, I'm here, bro. And he's like, no, come on the other side of the door. And he's like, I fucking can't.
The best part about that, we're hanging out with Briar Rabbit that next night, and we brought that up, and we were like, oh, did you see that? And he was like, yeah, I did. And then he was like, actually, he was like, I got on the plane, and this whole thing was crazy. Not only did he randomly meet someone at the airport bar who was going to GuardianCon, who then was sitting in the seat next to him on the flight to GuardianCon.
What?
That person then, in turn, turned to Briar on the plane and said, check out this video on Twitter. And it was us locking Wendy in his room. True story.
Briar's like, I know those guys.
Yeah, Briar was like, I know
They're
them.
my boys. And like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was good stuff, man.
Small world, huh?
Oh, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, we went big this year. We had a little Veuve Clicquot rosé one morning. There's a picture of that. I took Claw a glass of champagne in the morning to wake him up, and a bottle of bourbon. We went to Charlie's again,
and you got the best steak you've ever had, right?
Ever. Listen, for anyone who goes there, usually during GuardianCon, they have the Wagyu ribeye. That's their like big, like their signature thing. They were out of it, so instead they had a Kobe fillet that was made to order, cut to order. It wasn't in the menu. Got as many ounces as you want. It was $15 an ounce, and they cooked it in its own cast iron skillet, and then cooked it in truffle butter. Brought it out to you sizzling. You got to check it, make sure it was okay. Then they plated it for you.
I'm so hungry right now. What are you doing? I know. I had to leave Sunday, and unfortunately, the reservations that we made on Saturday fell through.
Dang, yeah.
For us. Yeah, and it definitely would have. You know, it is what it is. So next
you did save a pretty penny, though. Let me tell you.
I did, but you know what, dude?
I spent a lot at Charlie's last year.
Me too.
I got you both beat this time.
You did. I know.
Got that bottle of wine.
Did I show you that, Mana?
I don't think so.
You were gonna hate me.
I already audibly hate what you were already describing. So hate as in love and want immediately.
It was a big thing for me to go down there because I hate airplanes. Ask Hove about how shooketh I was getting off the plane.
Shooketh. So you don't like planes, or just the excitement and everything at the same time?
I had an experience one time on an airplane with complete strangers holding hands and praying.
Actually, you've mentioned that before.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I'll really say about it. So the way down there, my first 30-40 minutes, dude, I'm good. I'm solid. I was even looking out the window. I was like, maybe I'll see a UFO. I don't know. It'd be really cool if it stayed away from the plane, but if I could just see it, that'd be awesome.
It'd be like the Twilight Zone episode with the 8 on the plane.
I was about to say, was someone freaking out on the plane? That's one of the least things you want to see.
Is that what goes through your mind, Wilson?
That exact thing. Lego, every time I get on a plane, I picture that thing on the fucking wing ripping pieces of metal off the plane and then throwing it into the engine all the time, dude. That's crazy you bring that up, dude.
You know what? It's funny because I picture that not something ripping it off and throwing it. I just picture worst case scenario looking out and seeing a part of the wing peeling back.
That happens. That happens to me a lot too. I'll start.
I'm just I stare at it. I stare at the wing. I'm just stay.
See, I can't do that. I shut my window. It's not that I don't like the view. It's just that I don't want to see something happening that could potentially be considered normal, and then it psychologically freaked me out. But anyway, I was looking at all the clouds. They were really cool looking. There's all these different shapes and depth from above, and then all of us. And keep in mind, I'm in the very, very, very back, as far back as back can go in the plane, and that's where it's the bumpiest. And we hit a patch of turbulence that bounced me out of my seat, dude. Bounced me out of my seat. And after that, I was just terrified. And then I had to fly into Atlanta and then leave Atlanta to Tampa. And that flight was decently smooth, but I was just terrified from that big bump of turbulence that we hit. I mean, it was just so quick and sudden, and then it was over. And
were you more scared during that or during Y2K?
Definitely the airplane.
Okay.
I knew Y2K was a scandal. Was a
Hold
conspiracy.
on. I gotta point something out right now because this was incredible, y'all. Okay, so I hadn't texted Hove his word yet.
Nobody has.
Like for the word insertion, and so I just did. Like in that moment, I texted him Y2K, and he just inserted it so hard right there, and I was like,
what?
I inserted it so hard.
Are all three of us supposed to be sending you a word right now?
Yes.
I totally forgot.
Me too. Yeah, I know. We were
Like
busy
just-
talking. It's
like
like,
just
we're doing a
anywhere.
thing called a podcast right now, so I know.
I've
Well,
never done
right.
one of these.
Let me tell you about my week for a second, because it's pretty much like Mana's,
Here,
where
I
you're
said mine.
sitting at home and you're seeing everybody's pictures together, like all your best friends, and Hove is just filling his Discord with picture after picture, which I do appreciate, by the way. But at the same time, makes me super sad that I'm not there. And seriously though, like it felt like, the feeling when you come home from Guardian Con and you're like, oh man, I'm not hanging out with my friends anymore. I miss all those guys, but times like 20 because it was like a year ago and everyone else is doing it now. And you're like, what is happening right now? But at the same time, I was super happy for everyone to hang out. And I know, like for Wilson and Marcus, to go when I had been the year before and knew how much fun it would be for y'all to experience that. Like I got joy out of knowing that y'all were experiencing it.
No, it would have been great, man. I would you
What the
would have
fuck are these
seen
words?
your boy getting pretty buck wild.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm really glad I did fly down there because I feel slightly better about it now. The way home I was solid, dude. Like, but it was definitely better than it was like 20-hour drive or something. It was like super slow, like Oregon Trail slow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than that. That's a pretty good word insertion, I'm guessing. I think.
Wait, what was the word? I missed it because I was looking at mine because you guys send me words that aren't even part of the English language.
Well, maybe you should have been paying attention if you want to play the fucking game, Hove.
Mine are 3 words in the.
3.
Listen here, Mana. Don't backtalk me or I'm going to lay you down, all right?
As if.
Boom.
Well, hey, there's
Oh, yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Also,
that was really good.
the best part, one of my favorite parts of Guardian Con was actually the first morning, Thursday, like before all of Guardian Con. I had a friend that I met down there in previous years come over, lady friend. It was nice to see her. Hadn't seen her in a while. I had the when it was about time for her to come over, I got a little bit of the what the fuck are collie wobbles? That's my word.
No,
I can't even say it. I'm about to.
I thought he was going to say something else.
I'm gonna have the collie wobbles.
Collie wobbles, laddie.
I didn't know what was happening just now. I was so scared.
I know. I was wondering where this story was
Yo,
going.
he started
I
making that
had no
noise. He's
idea.
like, I thought he was going to be like, I'm Cornholio.
Oh my god.
Man, I do appreciate like the
I did
physical
it.
actions too. Cornholio was just the word. There were no exclamation points, but you went all out.
I had to, just in case.
Cornholio.
Also, very last thing that I can think of right now, going back, Wilson, when you were saying like it's really cool to like see people that you see in chat and put a face to a name and all that, that reminded me because in chat right now is somebody that happened with. We were standing around. Someone came up and said, "Hey, Hove, how are you? Can you sign this?" Which was crazy that anyone wanted me to. I write like a child. It was pretty much. It doesn't matter. And
Actually,
so
I saw that Twitter comment about somebody saying you
And-
wrote like a child.
I said that.
Oh, okay.
And then Matt Grundy said, "You do everything like a child." But that's what it was. I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And he was like, "Matt Grundy." And I was like, "Oh my god, it's Matt Grundy!" I was so excited. Like,
That's awesome.
and I just thought of that because Matt Grundy is in chat right now. Hello, Matt Grundy.
It is awesome at GC being able to put faces to names, because you see all these people. Like there was a moment I remember last year where we were at the DCP meetup, and this guy came up to me and he was like, we were just talking, we were hanging out in a circle. I remember DJ was there and some other people, and all of a sudden he was like, he realized, he was like, "Wait, you're Lego?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so." I was like, "Wait, you're so and so?" And we realized who each other were.
You were so excited that you don't remember who it was.
And and he was like, "Ah," and like just bear hugged me immediately, and I was like, oh my god, it's crazy. It was awesome. It was really cool.
It is great, man. And it's cool to get those genuine vibes and hugs, and that everyone's excited to see each other and stuff like that. It was good, man.
And I do want to say that I guess we made it, boys, because
what did we make it for?
I got there, and clearly it wasn't on my own merit, because I don't even stream or create any sort of content anymore. But if you guys remember, like, I signed up for the content creator thing. You get to, I got the email that said, like, you've been accepted. You get a 2-day general admission, right? So we get there, and I was like, I have this email. And they were like, oh, okay. So and the guy was like, here, I'll just give you a pass. And the other dude was like, hold on. And they had a list, like, with my actual real name on it. And I got the special access pass that, like, all the people who, like, actually participated in Guardian Con, like all of DCP and like Fallout and you know, Guardian Radio and all those guys. I got that pass, and it's not on my own merit. So I'm going to thank you, Lego, because somebody actually knows who we are. And I think it's because Sweet Dick Willie was there, but
it was flaunting that pass.
Oh, I
dude.
do.
You know, like, I saw a picture with that.
I
He's
know.
like, look at this. I was
You
just
know
like,
that,
oh my
like,
gosh.
they say the Grinch's heart grew 3 times the size that day. Well, like, Hove's underpants grew in 3 times the size that day because he had that pass on.
yeah.
He knows it's true.
But I didn't
That
even
was
use
bad
it for
timing.
anything. The
I
only
should not have drank anything.
the only thing I used it for was to go get like Claw a Coke, because I didn't want to go anywhere. But and me and Briar went upstairs to just look around, because we were just like, yeah, we got this pass here, and then there was nothing up there, and we left.
Yeah, and you're just flying
waving
around with that
like,
pass.
where can we get like with this? It's like, can I go over there? Like, let's try check
And
it
they
out.
were like, no, no, actually, I could go anywhere I wanted, but I didn't.
I can just picture Hove just flying around to each booth, like behind the scenes on his moon shoes, just as quickly as he can get to each place.
I did get new shoes and new sunglasses.
He did, because he's a PIMP.
Big spender, huh?
Yeah, I'm broke now. I pretty much I sold my car. I started donating semen.
Sold his soul.
I did. That's
Wow.
none of that's true. I don't have a soul.
Hey, well, two
the first thing
things
to
we should lay down here at the beginning, towards the beginning of the podcast, 30 minutes in. One is, man, congrats to, you know, Guardian Con as a whole, like raising just our community for raising so much money. For
7 million over to.
Yeah, wasn't that? Am I wrong
amazing.
that that's the amount to run St. Jude's for a day? Wasn't
Yep.
that the amount?
Yep.
Dude, that
One
is
day.
insane.
What was last year's? 1 point.
Like 1.2.
1.2, something like that.
Oh, it was less than that. No,
It was
Yeah,
like
I think so.
it was like halfway through the stream, and we had already passed the first 2 years combined.
Yep,
yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys see Lupo's spot on his own?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
He outraised
insane.
everybody. Like,
I came back
Ninja,
from work.
everybody. It was insane.
I came back from work and it was on my it was auto on my like monitor. I came up, kind of sat down, and I just glanced over at the donation like counter, and it just kept on increasing by like I don't know how much. Did you see the stats on it? I don't have it up. I don't know if you guys know, but just the stats on like he
like
got
per
a donation.
second.
Yeah, he got like
Yeah.
a donation, every donation under like 2 seconds.
Mhm.
It was, and it was by like 100 or something crazy.
Yeah,
That's really
was
cool,
like-
man.
The ticker or whatever, it didn't know what to do. It just broke. Like it
we
couldn't
broke
keep up.
Tiltify.
Yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
That's really cool that the community literally won a day. For
Yeah.
St. Jude's. One day that was basically, you know, brought forth by the community. Like, that's really special. That's really cool.
and not only that. Go ahead.
No, after, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, not only that, but if you listen to like DCP's last episode where they had the guy from St. Jude's come on
Mhm.
and talk about what all they do there, it's not just like they're helping kids in that moment. Like that day goes towards research for the future for kids in an area that like medical companies don't want to invest in because the money's not there. And so like us gamers came together and, you know, did research that is going to, you know, help these kids in the future, basically. Like we provided the means to make that happen. And that's insane. That's crazy, y'all. That's amazing.
It goes even beyond that. I mean, it's research. the housing for them and their families.
Yes.
They hire tutors so that the kids like still have to go to school. You know, like that. It's crazy. I don't know. It's awesome.
It's special to be a part of it, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's only going to get bigger and bigger as they maybe expand into more streamers, more games, and stuff like that. I'm all about it, man. If it brings more money in for the kids, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have any more GC stuff you want to talk about before we jumped into some of what's going on in Destiny here?
Are you sure you want to ask me that question?
No, because you're going to go on. Wilson, is there anything else you can think of?
Can I tell you the most important thing?
Yes.
I have a bit of advice for anybody.
Okay.
If you go to a gas station convenience store and you see Doritos Crunch Nuts, buy them.
Crunch Nuts?
They are either
really
Cool
good.
Ranch or nacho cheese covered peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
But not like just like seasoned peanuts. There's like a shell of Dorito around these peanuts. They are amazing.
Are those new or are they just a
I've
thing
never
down
seen
there?
them before.
I was about to say, I don't think they're a thing at all here.
You like I just no.
Yeah, I haven't
When I
seen
got
them
home
either.
I bought some. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and Wendy stopped at also Wendy and I didn't get home till like 4 a.m. From Guardian Con because we got to Atlanta and there was a storm and our flight was delayed for over an hour. Then we got back to Pittsburgh's airport and we lost my car for an hour.
In the airport.
We forgot where we
Oh
parked.
my god.
That was Wendler and I at the airport last year.
Oh,
Like,
so the common theme
my car's here somewhere.
it was Wendler.
Yeah, the comments.
Oh, Windler. Yeah. We have someone to blame it
we
on.
walked up and down aisles. We're like, we swear it was here, where it was like on.
Yeah, we thought for sure it was in one of these like 2 areas. It wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We're like, well, someone stole my car.
But did you know that you can call and they'll tell you where your car is?
No idea.
Yeah,
No.
you can call
Wow.
parking. They have people. They log all the license plates. So like they were like, oh, you're
Whoa.
this license plate. You're in whatever we were 11G, and so we went over.
Wow.
there. But
Is
we
this
didn't know
what-
that
is
for
this-
like an hour.
Is this what you did, Hove? Is you call them?
Yeah, after like an hour.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's great. Real quick, Cliff Notes. First night, we went to a bar and it was a meetup and it was crowded, so we went across the street and did our own meetup. Day 1 of Guardian Con, awesome. Met everyone. Didn't we take it? We took it easy that night.
Was it kind of like the wing night thing last
not-
year?
Did we take
We
it
took
easy?
We were in bed by like 1 or 2 in the morning. Anyway.
Oh, that was the night we played Cards Against Humanity. Oh, that's the other thing. I can't believe I forgot
What?
this. We played Cards Against Humanity. Winner is the new leader of Resolute. I won the first night. I was the leader of Resolute for one evening, and then Marcus, Mr. Tomfoolery, won, and Claude never re-challenged him. So as of right now, Marcus is the leader.
There was
of
a
our con.
mutiny.
Yeah. That's
There's
right.
a mutiny I was not aware of.
Second night,
All right.
or second day of the con. It was kind of getting some of your last hellos and goodbyes, figuring out where everyone was going for the evening. We all went to the DCP party at a place called The Pub, where you were in charge of pouring your own beers. And let me tell you how dangerous that is. Yeah, they basically give you a card and you go up, you scan it, and then you pour your own beers and stuff on tap. And the DCP party was amazing. Had such a good time there.
Me too.
Went to bed at about 5 a.m.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Woke up at 8.
That's your fault.
Yeah, woke up at 8. Bit of a headache. Had coffee in one hand, water in the other. Helped a little bit. And then we went to the beach the rest of that day. And then I sadly had to go home that night. But yeah, it was good times. Can't wait. You guys better make it next year.
I know. I'm planning on it.
Just to add on the last couple things. Friday was TV's meetup. That's when I saw the girl throwing up in the garbage can and we ate lots of pizza.
Wow.
Claw is in chat denying that he has given up leadership of Rezo. Saturday at the DCP thing, also, for anyone who doubts me, I spent... never mind, that doesn't matter. Sunday, we went to the beach with all the guys from Grenades and Horseshoes. Mark Square, Grey Ghost, Uni. They had a nice beach house. They were nice enough to invite us all over. So all of our house went. They were all there. A couple other guys. John, PDP Impound, showed up. Brought some delicious chicken wings that were also delicious. So we went to the beach and went swimming and all that stuff. And then we all cried and took Wilson to the airport and then cried some more. Also, when we picked Wilson up at the airport, we made a giant sign that said, "Welcome, Sweet Dick Willie," and held it up in the airport.
You were just in the middle of the airport, just holding.
Yeah, you know, like limo drivers hold up signs. Yeah, we did that. Except it said, "Welcome, Sweet Dick Willie."
Next time,
I have that sign, by the way.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, we need to like hold it. You know how you can go in the airport, like when the people are coming in, you can stand by the railing. You know, like so everyone who comes through sees it, not just the people by the car. We need to do that.
No, we were in the airport.
Yeah. Oh, you were. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You nailed it.
They were at
That's why I was offended. I'm just like here, just like amongst everyone else.
At baggage claim, I am frazzled from being on this plane trip, and I was just like, I think I was just staring at the ground, walking forward, tucking and weaving through the crowd, and they're like, "Yo, Wilson!" And I was like, just walking right past you guys, man. I was like, I need some tobacco. I need a cigarette and I hadn't had a cigarette in years, and I was like, man, that flight really did it to me. But once we got down there, it was all good. It was fun. Can't wait to do it again, man.
Yeah.
The Saturday last thing, I swear, I promise. It's probably not, but I promise. I am gonna.
I just have something else exciting to talk about that I want to get to, and yeah,
I'm trying. But Saturday, this will be fitting to everyone who knows me on this podcast. So Saturday, we had the whole upstairs of this place. Well, DCP did, you know, for their meetup.
Yeah.
Somehow
was it at the same place? Was it the same place?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that place.
Except there's a balcony on the other side too, patio that we had. Okay. Remember last year we had the one patio?
Yeah.
We had the whole inside, down upstairs in both patios. So I managed to find there were two nice young ladies who stumbled their way, not literally, but were up on the patio and didn't know that there was like a private party. So I befriended them and talked to them for most of the night. And as fitting, the most fitting thing that could have happened, do you know what they wanted to do after the meetup was over and it was 2 a.m.?
I don't want to know what they wanted to do after.
I wouldn't talk about it if it was... They asked if I wanted to go
You totally would.
They asked if I wanted to go to a strip club with them, and I had to say no because none of my friends would go with me.
Hove was already halfway out the door, and he was like, "Oh wait, he was ready to go."
No. Friends.
Sorry, Hove.
I blame mostly.
Here's the deal. It sounds like you won with friends, Hove. That's what it sounds like.
Oh,
to me.
I'm just pointing out that like out of all people and all things that we have like the thick house, that I was asked to go to a strip club, and I couldn't.
It is pretty ironic.
Also,
actually.
yes, Claude, you did. Claude's telling me in chat that he befriended them. I was talking to them first, just so you know, because they asked me why we were there.
Claude's about to kick you off the podcast.
They tried to get you to hook up, like when you left your credit card for that one girl. So Marcus,
I tried to help. Yep, our waitress was cute. Marcus thought she was cute, so I left my credit card and stood outside. She came walking outside with no people around to hand me my credit card. I said, "There, Marcus, talk to her," and instead he turtled up.
Oh, you embarrassed him, dude.
That's cruel. That's cruel.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, no, I just forgot my credit card in the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
He legit forgot and tried to play it off and make Marcus feel bad, but he saw right through it.
Oh man.
He says that's some bullshit.
Okay, well there is something super exciting that is outside of Guardian Con that involves you, listeners, and
me.
No, you listeners, you listening on the podcast. We're doing a live blue microphone and headphones giveaway, and it's not just through the Twitch stream. This is through every means, like through the podcast too. If you're listening right now, we need you to go to @RezoCast on Twitter, and it's the thing pinned to the top of the page. And I think there's different things you can do, but it's through Gleam, and basically you just retweet or like a few things to enter. And yeah, it's the headphones the microphones. So you can pick which one you want. Either correct me if I'm wrong, Hove. It's either a Lola headphone or a Yeti microphone.
Yes, that is
and you can pick your
correct.
color too, right?
Yeah, I think there's like 7 colors of the Yeti.
And they just added more too. Like they just announced some more. So I'm wondering if those are in the lineup. Probably
I think they
not,
were exclusive for Prime Day. Those 2.
Okay,
ones.
right. Those are Prime Day microphones.
But yeah, it's a link. It's gleam.io. Each one of them gets you, I think, subscribing on YouTube gets you 5 entries. Everything else is 1. But retweeting the tweet, following us on Twitter, following us on Twitch, and subscribing on YouTube, I believe, are the ways to enter. And we'll be doing that drawing next Thursday, the 26th. Yeah. We'll probably talk about it on here. The drawing will actually be done, but we will talk about, the winner on here. And I think the plan is from here on out, last Thursday of every month, we're going to do a giveaway, correct?
Some sort of giveaway, yeah.
All right.
It's good news for y'all listening. But yeah, we wanted to, last time we did one on live, and we really wanted to include everyone listening because we know we have a huge base of people listening through the podcast app. So thank you guys so much for listening. We want to really help you all too, because seriously, like, these microphones and headphones are awesome. So yeah, and this, I didn't say it yet, but this, we're doing this giveaway. This podcast is sponsored by Blue Microphones and Headphones, and they've just been the absolute best. So love this stuff. Well, that's about it for that. With Destiny stuff, there's a few new things going on. So we just had a patch drop. We got a whole bunch of new stuff that came out. We got new Game Informer articles coming out, which the Game Informer articles, I'm going to kind of skip some of that, because here's the deal. There's a lot of stuff coming out about the in-game now, and a lot of people are like, dude, I don't even want to know. Like, that's in-game. So if something interests us, like that we see that are like, oh, this is really cool that they're changing this, maybe we'll talk about it on here. Like, if Hove Wilson something catches their eye, but we're not all about spoiling everything for you, but we are intrigued about, certain things that are happening in the game. And one of those things happened at GC, and that was the live tournament that Bungie employees did with people from the community with Gambit, which was incredible, especially, and I was like in the middle of traveling, which right now I'm still traveling in a hotel room here. But I was able to catch a little bit of the match between TV's team and was it Watts's team? And they had that round where TV's team was up by so much. Like, the boss on Watts's team had so much health, and then all of a sudden it was just gone. Like, they just melted it so fast and showed how quickly Gambit can change from one side to the other.
It could snowball. Yeah. I mean, I'd be watching it and I would see the score and I'm like, okay, any sort of Destiny PvP score, looking at that would tell you that, that team's going to win. And then all of a sudden the other team's right there neck and neck, and an Invader comes in and snipes out a couple of them guys, and all of a sudden they're set back. It just, there's so many variables, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, there's a lot of variables and a lot of way to swing the score in your favor.
Especially with all the new supers and everything. We saw some of them in use, I think, during the tournament, and it's just like, I don't even know all the different ways. Right now, we just have the boop cannon, and so that's, my mind was thinking things like that, but I'm pretty sure everyone in the tournament had other things on their mind, all these different new stuff available to them. So it was just the whole game. It made the whole game type really exciting to me. Like, there's basically what that did for me is I was like, wow, it looked fun, but seeing it in a competitive frame like that was really awesome. And I think it was awesome for the community too.
It was refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very refreshing and a nice change of pace. I can't wait to play that. We didn't get to play it down there because the line was insane.
That was one of the things that I could have done with my pass, but I didn't want to.
Well, it's difficult to choose gaming over hanging out with all these friends that you'll never get to see, and you'll get to play these games later. Year. Well, yeah. Did I say never again? That was awful.
Like we were all gonna die.
You'll never see them again.
One-time deal.
Blah 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 blah. Did you see TV's face, the video of him when that happened?
Yes.
Bungie even tweeted it out. It's amazing.
It's so good.
It sums everything up, like, about the end of that match. Like, no one saw that coming. It was so good.
Yeah. There is Go ahead, Hove.
I was just saying the only thing about that tournament, it was ironic because they put on this tournament that had the potential to be like really cool, and it was cool.
Yeah.
But since it was generic accounts and there's no like spectator mode, nobody knew who was fighting who. Like you didn't know who you were watching. You like it was really awkward. So they missed action going back and forth because they didn't know who to switch to.
Yeah.
So like they did this tournament that's supposed to showcase this new mode and how awesome it is, and the thing that highlighted the most is that they need a spectator mode. And I believe after people gave them shit about it, they kind of said, "Yeah, we know, like we're looking into it."
Yeah, I noticed that too, and I'm with you. Speaking of competitive, though, like we were talking about competitive Gambit, competitive got changed in Destiny this week, and now the matchmaking is based off of not your skill, but the rank that you hold. And me and Hope got to try that out a little bit, and it was awesome. I loved it.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's great. It was so fun rolling in there.
What?
But yeah, we had a ton of we actually got on a 5 streak, which I hadn't done in a really long time, just because Hove and the other people were playing at. I mean, me and Spiffy had higher rank, but you and Dewey were lower, I think, and so it kind of balanced us out. And we lost like our first game, and then we won 5 in a row and lost one after that. And so it was just a lot of fun. It wasn't just like, it didn't feel like every game you were playing the top echelon of players because you played all the time in the other matchmate or the other playlists,
Yeah, it was. I can't wait to go back in there because the last time I played, I matched Pure Chill like 4 games in a row, and then every other game after that. And it'd be cool to slowly progress into that upper echelon of players, so to speak. Like instead of just being thrown right into it right away because you're hidden MMR or whatever. So I can't wait. I want to do it a lot this weekend. We should all team up and do that. It'd be fun.
Who?
We.
Oh.
We as in us?
Thank you, Mana, for
Yes.
clarifying that for Hove. Yeah, you with it now?
Yeah.
You understand?
Last night we were like, oh, we should invite Mana to play. And then we were like, oh, it's already late. He's probably sleeping. It was
Mana
like
does
That's rough. You guys play late now, and I'm trying to fix the schedule to where I don't stay up late.
But you do anyway.
It's rough. I don't
What's
know,
late
last
for
couple
you?
nights.
What's
Last
late
couple
for you,
nights.
Mana? 3 in the morning? 2 in the morning?
I'm trying to go to sleep by at least before 1 o'clock.
Nice. Baby steps.
Baby steps. I'm trying to aim for at least midnight and wake up at like 6 or 7. It's rough.
So what you're saying is, when we're done with this episode, you're gonna come play that PUBG mode with us, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, you are.
I'll never forget when we were. I'm sorry, this is totally off subject.
That's
but
fine.
on
That's
subject.
what I do.
Fair enough. I'm just following your lead here.
Mhm.
So the last time I played with Mana, you make that indecision of, do we go to this town? Do we go to that town? When you got a Jeep and the zone's coming in, and we had a 50-50 shot, and we ended up going to the wrong town, and all of us got murdered except for Mana. Mana hops out of the car, has all of them at their side, and is getting ready to mow him over, but the fucking car rolled back down the hill and fucking ran him over.
Dude.
It was the greatest thing ever.
I was so offended because, okay, I went up on like the side of the hill, and like when I was about to, I aimed outside, and my guy started jiggling, like moving, sliding. I'm just like, what's happening? And then I'm dead. And I see the car slowly like drive up. I just ran myself over.
It was so good. You're like, I'm not gonna lie, that took the wind out of my sails. I believe it's what you said.
I don't even know, dude. I'm like, I cannot believe I ran myself over that slowly too. Like, you would never expect that to happen. You jump out, you're about to mow some people, because they weren't even looking at me at that point.
No, they thought they had hosed everyone down. Yeah, it was. Oh my god, it was so
sad
good,
about
man.
it. Yo, talking about like PUBG, I was just Hope was watching me stream this a little bit ago. I was playing a game called Cuisine Royale. I think that's what it's called. And it's pretty much like you take PUBG, you kind of clone it, way smaller map, and there's only maybe like maybe 50 people tops. I think I've only seen like servers with only like 30 to 40 people. But yeah, it's a smaller map, but it's like almost like a World War II theme kind of ish. There's like World War II weapons and all that. But the catch is armor, right? In PUBG, you get helmet, you get the vest. Is there any other armor than that?
Backpack. I mean, it's not armor, but that's the other thing you put on, yeah.
So in Cuisine Royale is you got like shoulder pads, like back pads. You got a whole bunch of different things, but they're pots and pans from the kitchen. They're like kitchenware that have different levels, and they look differently depending on what level they. And eventually, if you find good loot, if you keep on finding more and more loot, you have all these pots and pans covering you, and you're making more and more clanking noises.
Yeah, you sounded ridiculous.
I was so loud, dude.
I gotta check this out, man. Next time.
It's free on Steam. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's free.
I'm gonna check it out. I want to go into your stream and lurk because this sounds like a game.
It's the last 30 minutes, I think. I only streamed like 2 or 3 matches, and
sounds right up your alley. It sounds
dude,
really goofy.
It's really weird because you got these weird like things that you got like footwear. One of them was like the bunny slippers of like bouncing or something, where it increases your like.
Yeah.
I like hovered over. I'm like, is this really a thing? I don't know what I put on me, but my guy was like sprint speed the entire time. Like at the end, I was just going super fast. And I had a blood bag attached to my back. It was like in like an IV thing.
Oh, that's
like,
right.
I had that like metal pole that was holding the blood bag up, and it was just. It kept on healing me over time. I'm just like, what is this game? I don't know. It was funny. They're very quick matches so far. I was actually really sad I lost that last game too. It was the last two people. I chose the tree to hide behind right next to the person laying down, and I didn't see him. So he mowed me down.
Yeah, we also have to, Wilson, I know we talked about get on some Realm Royale since that seems to be what everyone's doing.
Yeah, it looks really cool. That game's free to play, right, Mana?
Yeah, I do believe so as well. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Real quick, we're gonna before Lego gets back, we're gonna pretend like we've been talking about Destiny on this Destiny podcast.
Oh, true. Yeah, we should probably do that.
Which is weird, I know, coming from me. I just want to impress Lego. I want to make him proud.
Are you okay? Like, you
feeling
okay?
No, I've just been trying to make Lego proud. That's why I called him the other day from Guardian Con and said, "Lego, are you proud of me?" I don't remember this, but Wilson says it happened.
Are you gonna drop this right now?
I was just gonna move on.
Okay, fair enough.
It's up to you.
All right. Yeah.
No, it is not up to me. Move on.
As the new guy, it's up to you.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
So in Destiny, one of the things that I had been really looking forward to, I liked the weapon combo at the beginning, then it got a buff, but still was and now even better. Sturm and Drang. Sturm's Catalyst is out. You can get it by killing enemies on Nessus. And it gives you a shit ton of, I believe, range and handling. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's definitely handling, and I think range.
I believe the term, it was metric shit ton.
Oh, it's metric? Well, no, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Bungie's in the U.S. I thought it was just a regular ton.
No, it's just the term that they use. A metric shit ton of range and damage.
Who used?
Metric ton.
Who used?
Everyone. That's just what all the kids are saying. A metric shit ton.
Get with the times, dude.
Oh, it is stability, which is even better. I thought it was range. But either way, I have been saying since they did the whole overflowing charged bullet thing on Sturm that gives you double damage that, like, I want to like it. And I think Drang's a really good gun for a sidearm. I really do like it even on its own. But Sturm was just so, like, unwieldy. And it was hard to, like, use, you know? It was just heavy and clunky. And I can't wait to get that masterwork and completely up the handling on it. That is going to be so good. I'm super exciting. Okay, now oh, wait. I would like to backtrack on that. I was correct. Marcus came in the chat and said it was stability. I believed him because he's generally a pretty smart bloke. And then he said, oh, rip, it's range. My B. So it's range. Range and handling. What do you guys think? You going to use it?
Yeah, love hand cannons.
If you don't, use a bitch.
I still have yet to get that combo again since like all the way back in vanilla like D2. I keep on forgetting it's a thing.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think with this masterwork, it could be really good. I really do.
I mean, already people are saying, "Oh, it's so much better now." Like the first rework, but I just keep on forgetting it's a thing. Given I've gotten to the point again where it's been a little bit since I played D2 again. I took a little bit of break and was playing like 4 different battle royales and single player games.
Yeah, have you played every battle royale that exists?
That's free. Yeah, I think so. There are a lot nowadays. Okay. There's quite a few.
So also this week, both of the Prestige raid lairs came out, so they did World's First for both of those. That's in the TWAB if you want to go see who was on those teams. Faction Rally, last Faction Rally. You guys participating? Are you worrying about it? What's the deal? Mana, that's a silly question. You don't have to answer.
Nice.
I mean, I'm gonna go get that sweet business catalyst for sure, and get some of that new new monarchy armor. But I mean, I'm not too excited about it. I just kind of want it so I can have it and be done with it. I was definitely more excited about Graviton and Sunshot.
You look like you're wearing an eye patch. It's rather intimidating.
I look like I'm wearing an eye patch. Oh yeah,
you did.
The way you're turned, the shadow, it looked like you had an eye patch on.
The shadow, but yeah, I don't know. It's sweet business catalyst. Like,
I just want you to know, every time you say sweet, I hear in my head Sweet Dick Willie. Ever since they announced that you will be able to get those catalysts from other places, I kind of lost my interest in grinding for it. I mean, I was of the opinion that I didn't think the grind was really all that bad, to be honest. Like,
no, I didn't think it was too bad.
But I just don't see any reason to do it at all now, right?
I mean, the armor looks cool. I have a good time. Like, me and Marcus got a pretty good system down for getting it done pretty quick. I think, let's see, it dropped on Tuesday, and I had to work every day. I think I got it Thursday night, my Sunshot Catalyst the last time. So like we've had some time to do it. We've had some time to compare the way we do it, and then now it seems like we know the most efficient way. And like, if you got a full armor set, just knock out a public event, and just go in with a 4-stack. Don't even waste the time getting your 5th stack. And I found that to be way faster. And if you got someone to go in there with you, it makes it so much easier. Like, so much easier.
See, the only thing I was doing different, I wasn't worrying about getting a 5th stack, but I was, and this is last Faction Rally, because like I said, I haven't done this one, just popping a patrol beacon while I was doing the public event, because you generally get that, like, you get that kill, and so you're at 5.
Totally.
So
yeah, if you have the chance to, like, absolutely. But...
Right.
See, that's my whole problem right now, is just like getting to the grind, because like me internally is just like, I don't want to work for it at the moment. It's like I've done the first couple, and then since they started adding more rewards to it, for some reason, I don't know, like I plan on doing it. I'm wanting to do it, but then when the time comes, I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's like, you know, it's like, I don't know. And then I definitely feel you. Don't do that.
That's where it's funny, because I've been the one every event so far that's gung-ho, like, I'm gonna do this, you know, I'm gonna get the catalyst, and I got it 2 weeks in a row. I got the Sunshot one, I got the Graviton one, and I really love Sweet Business. Like, that's an incentive for me to get it, but I'm traveling so much, I don't have the time to put in it, and comp just change, like competitive, and I really know I don't have much time left to get that Redrix, and that's a grind to get that, and so I just gotta, you know, put value over. Like, I'm never going to have a chance at Redrix again. I'm probably going to be able to get Sweet Business Catalyst later. So, you know, I'm just going to do the competitive stuff, I think.
Let's go for Redrix.
You sold me on that. Yeah. You know what? Let's be the cool kids. Let's be like,
cool
nah,
kids.
y'all
do it.
Have your faction rally. We're going to get sweaty.
Yeah, dude. Jumping back, I know we left competitive back there before talking about Faction Rally, but I got some sick Voops again. Like, it had been a while since I like really nailed some down, but I had 1 mana where it was the last bolt in that fusion rifle that we both used, and it was like from the what's the map that we played in the beta that was the main control map.
It's on Nessus.
Endless Vale or something?
Endless Vale, yeah. Yeah, I think that's it.
job,
So
Will.
Endless Vale, I'm at
smart.
the bottom by B flag, like by where the power lane starts, sitting there by that stone brick, and I nail someone at the top of like where they would go into the middle section, but further back towards like power ammo. Like it was like
Oh God.
straight down that lane with the last shot, and I was like, oh my gosh! And it
What
was
you
right
saying?
after.
You got a shot that should have never have happened.
Exactly. Yeah. And that guy was so far away that I know he was thinking like, what? And I was like 1% too, because I just slayed 4 other people, and I turned around and he's so far away, and I was like, come on, and got it. Like it was.
Were you
crazy,
playing 5v5 competitive?
Let him use his own maths, okay?
No, it wasn't like all in a row, but this was the game, Hove, that in the middle of the match I was like, wait, what? We're losing? Because I had slain so many people that I was like, how could we be losing? But I was just on such a run, and we brought it back. Like we won that game, but it was crazy the amount of slaying I was doing, and it felt so good because when I first jumped back into competitive, I was like so out of it, like I could not get back in. But jumping back to the faction rally thing, I wanted to hear, Wilson, what your and Marcus's, I think I missed it, like what your thing was that you did to like get the most out of your tokens.
Oh, basically, like if you got a partner, I mean, obviously you're gonna get stuff done faster. So like doing a public event, making sure that you don't have stacks during certain public events, like the big Cabal Commander that comes down with the shield where you have to take damage to make it heroic or whatever.
Yeah.
And staying together during the kill and collect patrols, because if you're close together and you kill something, the little triangles pop for everyone. Like so me and him would both get one. And it's not being close to the kill, you actually have to be close to each other. It just makes things go so much faster.
Yeah.
Like, when someone's hurt, you know, like and you already used your rift or ate your grenade or whatever, used your dodge to get your health back, like it's good to have just a friend to rely on to help you get your health back. Crimson helps a lot, having Crimson, so you just blaze through those lost sectors. The EP Shoddy and Sniper are really good, just depends on what kind of a boss you're gonna get, you know what I mean? Like sometimes Shotgun's good, sometimes the Sniper's really good, and you just sit back and just kind of chill and hang out with your friends, and that's probably the funnest part of it to me. But now you talk about that we should just go after the Claymore, and I'm kind of with you guys on the old faction.
We need to.
Yeah.
I think this could be a formidable team, and we can also practice. We can also practice for that DCP ass whooping too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
By the way, that all ended with Wilson and Pope and Breyer, and Wilson going, guys, you know we're just fucking around, right? And they were like, oh yeah, us too. And he goes, but no, we're not fucking around.
I believe Breyer's words.
And Pope then said, yeah, me too. Or Breyer.
yeah, I believe Breyer. Yeah, Breyer was like, I was like, we're just kidding, right? And just messing around. He's like, oh yeah. And he's like, but fuck you.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
The one thing that really kind of sums up the entire time, just real quick, of hanging out specifically with Breyer, but GuardianCon in general, is the picture that Marcus tweeted. That was him handing, like, he had handed Breyer his phone to take a picture of something, and Breyer had it facing him, and it's just him, this giant smile on his face, just taking a picture of himself, like, by accident.
Oh, that's what it was?
I love
I
that.
think
by accident, and it just caught the joy on his face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
pure
it
joy.
was perfect. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's get that Claymore.
So did y'all talk about any of the new... Are there new ornaments out for stuff, or is it just...
There was definitely a Sunshot ornament I've never seen before that is super dope.
I bought a lot of stuff. I think it might have been out already, but Eververse... You know how at the bottom you can select certain things if you have enough Bright Dust? I got the Graviton Lance one is for sale right now this week. The Sunshot one's for sale that looks like lines going through it and stuff.
That's sick.
Not the one that's on fire, but the one that looks all linear. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Also,
yeah, it looks pretty sick.
Marcus said in chat, speaking of the Breyer picture, he said, that was no accident. I handed him my phone with the camera turned to take the picture the correct way. So he just turned it around and took a picture of himself.
That's what happens when you put people in charge of pouring their own beers.
Yeah.
Place.
guys, I just remembered something. Okay, we did get a ton of new, not catalyst, but a ton of new reworked exotic armor stuff. Dude, the Titan arms, the Titan, God, feedback fence. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Lego probably had more kills with the feedback fence last night than I had all night.
It was insane, like, because if you Fimi, she has a real good Destiny Fun Police has a great video on how ridiculous the arms are. He just had two guys stand next to him. He punches one of them, punches the other one, and then they both punch him at the same time, and they both die immediately. Like, it's so awesome. And so there were so many times in comp where I didn't think because I don't get in that many fist fights, but there were so many times in comp where you'd just be around a corner and like I would have somebody super weak, or I just shoulder charge someone and then they turn around to hit me and they hit me and die immediately. Like it's crazy. It's so good. And so many times where I thought this is what happens. It played out one of two ways, and both ways were good. Either we get in a fist fight and we tie and we both die, and his last kill like kills him too, like his last hit, or like I think I'm gonna die,
and then you freeze instead.
And then you do.
That timing,
I think I'm gonna die.
That timing is epic.
I thought it was me that froze. I was like, oh no.
So did
and then
I.
you both react.
Oh man.
Lego's back.
Hey, Lego.
Dang it! I didn't get any of that.
The best part, Lego, this is what we got. This is what we got. Are you ready? Or it comes down to where I think I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And you just froze like that forever. And man, I was like, and you did.
Okay, so what? Dang it!
Yes? Yo, you're here, Lego. You're here.
Yeah, we see you.
This internet must just be terrible. I'm just gonna let y'all carry on the conversation for a second because this is crazy. But yeah, either we tied and we both died, or they hit me and they die when I didn't think I would, because the feedback fence negates damage and you don't take as much damage as you thought that you would.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
It's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
One of the last few times
crazy.
I played, I got killed by the
dirty.
feedback fence, and I forgot they were in the game because no one ever uses them.
Yeah, dude,
I was
real
confused.
good.
I'm like, what just killed? And I'm like, no way! I just got killed by that.
You're like, this
Dude,
guy's lagging.
the best part about what just happened is when I finished my huge, like, exciting monologue, I was like, Annie, you think you're gonna die, but you don't. And then y'all were just all staring at me, like, intensely. It just had y'all frozen looking at me, and I was like, wait, that's not good to y'all? Like, what?
Oh no! Like,
We should. I think starting next week, I'm going to have some sort of cue that only Man and Wilson know, and we're gonna just all like freeze at one point
Oh my god!
and see if we can convince Lego that he's frozen, and he'll be on the podcast going, "What's going on?" and like trying to fix things. It'll be funny. I'll enjoy it.
that's going to be rough
enjoy it.
because I'm going to eventually start smiling because I can't help myself. So maybe I should freeze while smiling just to get out of the way.
Or like slowly be like,
Oh, dude. Well, that's my real exciting new armor piece. I know there's a lot of other armor pieces out that just got released, but I haven't really got a chance to play around with any of the other
Karnstein
ones
armlets.
"Oh yes,
yet. What?
Karnstein
Karnstein
armlets."
armlets. For the warlock.
What do they do?
Yeah.
They go. I wish you could melee.
Wait,
that fast,
what?
but you can't. The
Yeah, they go
Karnstein armlets. They just give you your health back on melee kills, and like you keep regenning health.
8
correct?
seconds. Yeah, you get a chunk, and then
8
8 seconds.
seconds.
Then 8 seconds of constant like.
And that's
Okay, so tell me how it works. Do you
well,
get
Lego,
you like say
when a man and a woman.
Yes. When a man loves
So
a
we-
woman,
They play video games.
They play video
Yeah.
games and smoke lots
exactly.
of marijuana.
What do you?
And their name's
so,
Sam and Wilson.
I knew that's where you're fucking going with that.
So you hit somebody, the healing starts, you get hit by somebody else. Do you heal while they're hitting you, or does it take a second, or
The healing
have you
process,
tried it out?
The healing, I mean, it'll obviously still do damage to you, but no, you
Yeah.
continue to heal during that.
It's like standing. It's like standing
It's
in a
like
rift.
staying in rift
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
but
mobile
you,
rift.
You just go, and melee them, and then you get health back. It's amazing. It's really tying into like the vampire build, man, of Devour. Oh
yeah.
So wait, what happens if you have on those and Devour? Are you just wasting one or the other, pretty much?
I wouldn't use them at the same time. I would use it as maybe just like a backup. If you do pop them at the same time, I have no idea. I just figured it was like Ghostbusters.
Everybody just explodes. Yeah, nobody knows what'll happen.
You don't.
The servers actually go down.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Although, as much as that's like a Ghostbusters movie joke, we've seen things like that. I'm not complete. Bungie was like, "Oh, let's just add these together," and no one's actually sure what's gonna happen. It could actually break the game.
Yeah, it could. You just drink that Ecto Cooler, and you never know what's gonna happen.
Ecto Cooler. We talked about Ecto Cooler. So, well, I did.
That's why it was his word.
Oh my god, that was his word. I knew that was.
It was perfect, though, right?
I got you.
See, my intuition is on point, but I just can't really roll with it. So, Ecto Cooler, you son bitch.
So wait, Lego, you still have one left. Lego has one.
Yeah.
You got 1 mana. And Wilson has... I'll give you the let's talk about sex. That was the song.
Yeah.
All he said was, then we can talk about sex. You got 2 more. You got 2 more. You got 2 more.
I have one more. Thank you very much.
What
yeah, he's got
Oregon Trail, you bastard. You just weren't paying
he
attention.
dropped it
What's up?
early
What's
on.
up? What's up? What's up,
early.
Wilson?
What's up with what?
What's up? What's up? Nobody? Remember the movie Sex Drive?
Oh yeah, dude.
Marcus was saying that the whole time.
Our dicks are huge. Yeah, he just kept saying that.
I don't think I got anything left to say about all the stuff currently going on in Destiny. We got stuff with the TWAB though, the Twabby Twab. We got
TWAB.
Solstice of Heroes coming out,
that?
and that's
Can't wait, man.
basically all that it talks about. We knew prestige raids were coming, and I thought that that's what was going to be where you earn all this stuff from, but turns out that you do it from, or at least a part of it is from these Redux missions. Am I reading all this right? So you've got stages of like redoing some missions, but I don't know, it looks kind of awesome. It looks like reliving your triumph, basically. Plus moments of triumph on top of all that.
I can't wait for that, man. I love doing the whole like checklist at the end of the year and being like, I have done basically every bit of content that this game has thrown at me. You know what I mean? So it's cool to see that checklist. It's gonna be some cool stuff that we're gonna get, like some swag, some emblems and armor. I've already seen the ghost and it looks phenomenal. I don't think I'm ever gonna use another ghost.
Is that the one that like has the I don't know,
the sun looking thing?
Yeah.
It's all spirally.
It's got like the gold trim. It's got like a.
Weren't there 2 really cool ghosts though with this?
There's 3, but the one with the sun looks awesome, but also the one on the far right of the page, it shows it's circular, but not like the weird circular ones we have now that just all look the same. This one looks like it looks kind of like a servitor, honestly. I don't.
The one that I'm
not really.
I've seen some fan art of people doing servitor ghosts, and they look phenomenal, man. And
that would be cool.
It's kind of a no-brainer. But the one I'm talking about is like it's got the OG shell. You know what I mean? Like a little origami shell.
Yeah. That one looks cool too.
That's the one I'm sizzling that I'm talking about.
Dude, they all look cool. So do the ornaments for the Jade Rabbit. Sturm's getting one. Suros is getting one, but Jade Rabbit one looks sick. It looks like Resolute, honestly. That red and black.
Have you guys ever noticed that the Sturm ornament the first one was literally taking like pieces of the Drang and putting it on the Sturm? Did you guys ever notice that?
Yeah, it was just additions. It wasn't a change. It was just additions to the gun.
Weird.
Yeah, I like that. I like it when they changed the geometry of the weapon a little bit.
I like that too.
It's got a really messed up like story behind Sturm and Drang or whatever. It's like 2 lovers that it ended tragically or whatever. Hence, like, you know, they're a pair or whatnot. So
that's why it's Ho's favorite gun. He feels that, you know, loss with Mindy, and he's trying to.
I'm sorry, who's laying on that other bed in your hotel room, Leo? Is that your escort friend, Ness?
No one
Ness
is there. Ness.
He can't just say no one's there. He had to pan the camera and like.
I just had to.
No one's there.
Well,
that's because he knows that after like a month of Triton making shit up and me denying it, he literally was like, so what's the deal with Mindy? Like, and I was like, she doesn't exist, Lego.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Allegedly.
the Sun Ghost is the best.
It's great.
Suros ornament and the kind of Tron-ish looking sparrow.
Dude. So is the devil horn looking sparrow though. That one looks crazy.
Do you know what that one reminds me of? I don't know why.
Does it remind? Wait. Let me guess.
You're not gonna guess.
Ghost Rider.
No.
No. Okay.
It reminds me of the
Mad
Beast.
Max.
Nope. It reminds me of the Beast from what's what Jack Black's band? Jack Black and Kyle
Tenacious
Gass.
D?
Yeah. For some reason, it makes me think of the like devil at the end of
From the best song in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The front of it kind of looks like his horns. That's it. Nothing else about it.
That's really funny. It does kind of look like that. It looks like the Pan's Labyrinth guy too.
Dude, that movie is so
Kinda.
trippy.
I
What?
love that movie.
That movie's so trippy.
You're trippy.
It is.
It is trippy though.
I love it.
I've never seen it.
Dude.
Classic.
You're a
I'm
classic.
really excited about
Yeah.
playing
Oh, I know.
these missions back again. Like, I know they're missions that we've already done before, but the way that they're presented in these screenshots makes me feel kind of nostalgic about them anyway. And you know, in Destiny 1, we would replay missions all the time for the daily. We don't really
Yeah, man.
do that in Destiny 2. And so to visit them again with all our current gear sounds exciting, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Which
That's fair.
I wonder, is that how it's gonna? Homecoming, you know, is the first mission. Are we going to go do that mission with our gear that we have now, where we're not all broken? You know, I don't. That's interesting.
I don't see why not.
That's
It's gonna be awesome.
So I do the meditations every now and then, like when I
Oh, you do? Okay,
and
cool.
I'm bored, and I'm pretty sure that one's popped up before. Yeah, and you just get all your weapons that you normally have.
That's awesome.
You don't have to actually like replay that part. How actually, now that I think about it, I don't think that or the second mission where you drop down into that valley with all the dead guardians and all those war beasts come out, where you like pick up that SMG. I don't actually, now that I think about it, I don't think either one of those were in meditations.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
think so because you're like that one. You're still in that slow walk with like a beat ass weapon.
It's like setting the tone, so to speak, and it would be that the music in that mission though. Oh man, so good.
Still not as
Every
good as
time-
the farm.
Do you all have your music on still for when you play Crucible? Because if you load into the tower, Bannerfall, it plays that music as the game is loading up. That
Yeah, it's really good. I dig
Oh,
it.
well, I guess sing to me.
the-
then.
Also,
Sing me to sleep.
I
Sing
have
me
done
a
some of those
song.
meditations. No, I'm not going to. So he's just gonna complain about it until I do it. So the meditations you mentioned, Wilson, I did a lot of those too at the beginning just to get you can get your original armor set back, and I really like the Titan one. So I did them all until I had everything, and now you get that by doing the stuff from this event, Solstice of Heroes, you get that armor set back and even redone, it looks like, with some new flair to it. So that's kind of exciting for someone who likes that armor set, you know?
I like really wish that they would have put a catalyst in the meditations or whatever. A catalyst, or like maybe like you do all three of them once a week and you get like a guaranteed weapon and armor masterwork or something like that. Like that.
I do think they should do something with it, or at least, yeah, I agree. That would be nice.
I'd like that. Because I like doing them. I mean, it's cool. We're going to get to go back and play these stories because that's why I like playing the meditations. It's like, dude, I love that story.
Yeah.
I get super into it and immersed, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it is cool going back with some different weapons as well.
Also,
Question.
I know what
Yeah,
you're
go
gonna
ahead, man.
ask.
Lego, the painting on the wall behind you. What are those cowboy boots?
Did you bring
Are
that?
they?
Did you bring that with you from Texas?
No, I didn't
That's his
actually.
personal painting.
Yeah, that's all.
I
That's
hang it
actually
up
just a
in
Every
picture.
hotel room I go to.
That's a picture of his closet.
Those are his Nikes.
Those are
That's
real
actually,
boots.
yeah, that's a hole in the wall, and that's my stuff for this trip.
That's a
Yeah.
shell.
That's his footwear.
I'm in
Swag.
Colorado right now, so that's actually really weird that that's there.
Not as weird as that escort in the other room.
Gosh, you're throwing me off of. There was something
I'm
else.
not the one who brought up cowboy boots.
Why are you derailing this conversation?
There's a fishing emote, which reminded me of the video or it's an emote in your Discord, Hove, of the guy catching a fish in the river with his bare hands after.
That was me catching
exactly.
fish.
Yeah, it's Wilson.
I'm just kidding, that wasn't me. But
I know. Okay. But it's just like this guy picking up a fish out of the river after he skateboards into it or something. And that's what this fish emote reminds me of every time I see it. And so I want it.
That's a good point, though, because now, Wilson, that I've spent some time with you in person, I am even more convinced that is actually you, and you remind me even more of that guy.
Really?
Actually, I don't remember what he looks like, but...
I'm okay with that, actually.
My favorite quote of the entire weekend was Claw saying to Wilson, "You know, Wilson,
oh, God.
You've taught me a thing or two. You've proved to me that just because you look like a bum doesn't mean you actually are a bum.
Doesn't mean that you're actually homeless," I believe is the words that he used.
He said that?
Yeah, we just all started dying with laughter.
There was no chill. Claw was drunk, like, every night.
Claw was pure
in the best way. Like,
mode.
we all were, like, that's not, like, a bad thing, but it was...
Sunday, when you guys had to drop me off at the airport, no matter what we said, Claw goes, "Hey guys, did you know I have to pee?" Remember, he just
yeah, because we kept just going other places instead of taking him to the bathroom. we left the beach. He drank, like, we got there and Mark or Grey Ghost gave him Captain Morgan private stock, and he just kept telling me all day how good this rum is every time we got a new glass, and he really liked it. And yeah, so he drank like half a bottle of rum, and then we were leaving the house, and he was like, "I should probably pee," and we were like, "Yeah, go ahead." Like, before we back out, he was like, "No, I'm fine." We had like a 40-minute drive to the airport. Like, we get out of the driveway and down the street. He goes, "I gotta pee, guys." I don't know what to tell you, man. Sorry.
We're committed. It was funny, actually, when I was hugging him goodbye, he was like, "All right, it was awesome. Goodbye. I have to pee."
This is like an actual goodbye. Like, at the airport, Wilson is flying back home. He's like, yeah, bye. I gotta pee.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, goodbye. This was awesome. I love you. I gotta pee."
And Lego, speaking of the fishing emote, you know what that emote reminds me of?
No.
A little classic movie called Gone Fishing'. Does anybody know that movie?
Oh.
I have a friend named Gone Fishing'.
I'm not sure where he's going with this.
It reminds me of that.
I love that guy.
Danny Glover and I think Joe Pesci. Nobody?
I think you're right. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You would, because you're a fucking goddamn champion.
Oh.
You guys are old.
I was just going to say, because we're old. Don't give you that sour ass. Just own it, all right?
I know.
We are ripe with wisdom and age.
You guys are as old as Richard Belding.
Guy, like, I grew up in the silent film era or some shit.
Man, you at least know who Richard Belding is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good one. Good job. Proud of you.
Wow, that was... You really didn't.
I almost forgot. I looked down. My phone was still on. I was like, "Oh, you know."
I thought for a minute you were confused and thought taking over as Alpha Asian meant you just sat in the corner and didn't talk for the whole podcast.
He's been waiting for his moment to pounce with that word. He was like a...
Last time, 2 weeks ago, I didn't finish all this. Okay, this time, I was really afraid that I wasn't going to finish it again. So
I always finish first.
I mean...
You know what you didn't do, Hove, though? You didn't invite Triton with you when you went and ate at your favorite spot with Winnie, and he's very upset about it.
Listen, if I would have called Triton at 4 in the morning on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, like Wednesday morning, he would have flipped shit.
Doesn't matter.
What's that place you always go to, Hove? It's some burger place like Arc Deluxe or something like that?
Eaton Park.
Eaton Park. You didn't
Eaton Park. Okay.
You didn't even say Arch right. Arch Deluxe. You remember the Arch Deluxe, the burger at McDonald's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess because we're fucking old.
Yeah, I guess because we grew up in the silent
food
film
like
era.
Wendy's. Okay, none of this McDonald's crap.
Nobody ate the Arch Deluxe. That was the problem.
Oh well, I mean, there we go.
I'm so excited for this, though. By the way, I don't know if you can tell by
For
how much
what?
I've been talking. I haven't been this excited to do an episode of this podcast in I don't know how long. And that's not to say that I have been unexcited, non-excited, excited,
Not excited.
not excited for previous episodes. It's just that I was so excited for this episode because we had the Wilson announcement, we had Guardian Con, we haven't done one in 2 weeks, we have a new Alpha Asian, Lego is in a hotel room with
We have a new Alpha Asian. Hold on, we're not just gonna graze over that. Oh my god, that's great.
Oh, yeah, we're going to hover over this. It's me, motherfuckers. Okay.
And just so you know, Matt Grundy agrees Eaton Park is so good. I actually went to Eaton Park for dinner this evening.
Wow.
It's delicious. And
Sounds like I need to go there.
yeah, come on up.
Even though from the website it doesn't look like I should. But
I've only been to Eden Park a couple times.
Did you ever go
I've
to
never been to
Permanis?
one.
Gunga wanted you to take her to Permanis, and I don't think you ever went.
Oh, that's right. No,
There's even two in Youngstown. I found them for you.
Is there really?
Yeah, because you told me there wasn't.
Okay.
So I found
See,
them.
my problem is not a lot of guys around me anymore like to go out and sit down and stuff. You know, I only do that once a week, and that's on Fridays. And we normally default back to just, I don't know, what do you guys want to eat? Where do you guys want to eat at? I don't know, let's just go to the place we always. No, whoa, that's. Hey, it's called Chad Anthony's. Have you ever been to Chad Anthony's?
Chaz
It's a pretty
Anthony?
nice-
Wasn't he a kid?
Chad Anthony's.
Oh. I'm pretty sure there was a Disney movie where the kid was a nerd and he made an alter ego named Chaz Anthony. Like one of those Disney originals like Brink. Anyway, Lego's gonna fucking murder me.
I think you're
I
right
might.
though with the Chaz. But anyways,
He's contemplating it.
it's a nice restaurant. It's a nice restaurant. It's right here in Youngstown. There, you guys might have some. You guys should check it out. Good stuff. Good
Sounds
times.
awful.
They
no,
have a pizza
actually,
there
I'm
called
not.
Evan's Meat. That's why we normally go there because we like meme Evan
Evan's
and we eat his meat. Yes,
Gross.
That sounds
amazing.
awesome.
but the pizza is amazing.
Oh,
Well,
Chaz Anthony was arrested in a shooting in Fluglerville. Sorry, go ahead.
What was the bill?
Fluglerville?
Flugler.
Yeah.
Thanks
Luke.
for that inside
Was that
knowledge.
part of word insertion?
And it was called Genius, and it came out in 1999, so I should have used Chaz Anthony as one of my words. I'm done.
Oh my god.
Oh, Marcus already got it in chat. And yes, I'm done. I'm done talking. I'm leaving.
Okay, well, I was pretty much done with the TWAB as well, because the only thing left is that Solstice of Heroes comes out July 31st, which is awesome, because that's not that far away. Everything's been hitting in Destiny so fast. Like, I
So
feel like
hard.
I can't get
So
to the
long.
next. Not hard.
Hard and
Fast.
fast.
And
Not long.
I
Not
feel
for
like
a
I
long
can't
time,
even
though.
finish
Oh.
one thing before the next thing comes out.
Like me.
So
Yeah.
You can't even finish. I
I-
thought that was going somewhere else. Sorry.
No.
I can't wait. To
he's
go
a regular part of RezoCast.
Already.
Everything that I've seen teased about Solstice or whatever you were talking about, like those like little mission packs or
Yeah.
whatever that we're gonna get with it, man. I'm actually really excited about it because it looks like a I don't know, like anytime you can release story, like there was like a couple little cut scenes that were kind of teased, and I don't know, I really dig that stuff, and it's gonna be a perfect way to wrap everything up like right before Forsaken, because I'm going
Absolutely.
to be no lifing that, because I only got like, what is it, September? Only got like a couple of months, like not even like a month worth of work after that, and I'm laid off for the winter time, so I'm gonna have all kinds of time.
Do you want to
do
come work for me?
Forsaken things. Yeah, man, let's do it.
Cool.
I'm down. We'll work for booze.
I'm down.
Is that it?
I provided
Yeah.
all the booze this weekend.
Yeah.
Clico
And
Rosé, Basil Hayden's bourbon. I bought us a bottle of Papillon for dinner.
Dos
Dos Equis. Oh, by the way, man, check DMs. I sent you something. We were talking about it earlier, and I forgot to tell you.
Damn, somewhere.
Twitter.
Twitter.
Okay. Well, as far as the podcast goes, guys, I think that's it for this week. Unless anybody has anything they want to add, Destiny-wise, anything going. Here's the thing, guys. We need you to get on Twitter and do the things to win one of these microphones or headphones, because they're awesome. We also
I'm
need you
offended.
to.
Sorry.
We also need you to get on iTunes, leave us a review. We would love that. But other than that, this has been Lego, aka Legole Flash. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube at Lego LE Flash.
I wasn't done.
Hove, I'm done. So
Wrecked.
Where can they find you, Hope?
I wasn't.
And you can add whatever you're gonna say.
I wanted to ask you about a movie preview that I saw that I thought you might like.
I do want to hear about that.
I was thinking about you.
Oh.
Yeah, let's hear about that.
Anyway, you can find me on Twitter and here on Twitch sometimes. HOV76. Yeah, I just looked it up for our giveaway. It's exclamation giveaway, and here's what you can get. Are you ready?
Oh,
it's
I'm ready.
1 entry for following on Twitch, following on Twitter, and subscribing to YouTube. It's 5 entries for retweeting.
Because do that retweet.
Yeah.
Get on that retweeting.
We got 316 entries at the moment, so make sure you do all of them. But yeah, Twitter, Twitch, Hove76. Yeah, that's where I be. Man, I'm Alpha Asian.
Eden Park.
All right, well, what was that cliffhanger though with that movie trailer though?
I'm not allowed to talk anymore.
That was such a cliffhanger.
I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it while we play PUBG, man.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
All right, so
and I got to play PUBG.
You can catch
one
me.
Fell swoop.
You can catch me on Twitch. I live there. I stream all the time at the main. Twitter, I post all the time on Twitter, and I actually downloaded a couple things to put on YouTube, but now I just need to get on that editing stuff.
So come check out his YouTube in 2022.
Definitely check out his Twitch stream. Man is an entertainer. He's very entertaining to watch. You crack me up, dude, when you're playing games. Absolutely.
Well, now that we have Wilson on it, Wilson, where can we find you?
You can find me raiding my local 7-Eleven because I'm hungry. I'm not gonna lie. I said I wasn't gonna eat this cinnamon toast crunch in a bag, and it's half gone. Is it in a bag?
Yeah, you're munching.
You should have got some crunch nuts.
Should have got some
Doritos crunch nuts.
Is Sam fucking with me? Like, is this like my cereal portion? Because
she actually went and had that.
That's your ration.
Like, it's not actually like Cinnamon Crust doesn't actually sell that.
Cinnamon crust.
Cinnamon crust.
Close enough.
I do love that cinnamon crust. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, let's be real.
Man, what's that behind you?
They could call it that.
Behind me?
Behind me?
Yeah, there's somebody behind you.
Oh.
Just kidding. There's no one behind
That's
you.
so creepy. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I was like staring. I'm like,
there's a new movie.
Dude, that
coming out
movie
where everyone's talking on their webcams and stuff.
Yes.
And,
the
like,
dark web or whatever.
Yeah.
Is it not Unfriended, but
What wasn't that?
Some
The dark web.
something?
No,
It's
it was something
Unfriended
friended,
Dark
wasn't
Web.
it?
Unfriended Dark Web. Like, it's like
it's a sequel.
It was a sequel. Yeah. It's
Yeah, it looks awesome though.
Looks good. We should all watch Scary.
Is that what
Movies
you
one
saw,
night.
Hove? That's what you saw.
No, it's
I know.
not.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
tell
Hove.
me what.
Was it a monster movie?
Kinda, yeah.
So offended.
I'm
right
always
there.
offended.
It was.
Well, hey,
Anyway,
guys.
if you want to shoot the shit and holler at me at Ryu Wilson on Twitter, that's RYU Wilson. Definitely send me a tweet. Love to hear from you guys. You're awesome.
Love you.
And you can find more about Resolute at Team Resolute on Twitter. And we already told you where you can find Rezo. Just go do the thing. Retweet the tweet. Win a microphone. Win a headphone. And
just one
until
headphone
next-
though. You don't get 2. You don't get a pair. You just get one.
You don't get
one.
both.
Just this one.
And until next time, guys.
Bye.
GG.
Love
Bye.
you.
GG's. Riri.